trying to get money, they ask Johnny where you been at. Ducked off in the hood, getting money where they spin at. Out here with it solo, cause my God is on parole. Southside got it still on swole, you know where that effing in at. But we won't get into that, cause these boys got quick lips. Hate on Fat Johnny in the Audi with the stick shift. Catch him in that red zone, hit him with that pick six. This is Crooked Christian, small city, big business. Look, you gon' need a cosign, cause we definitely throw hands when it go down. Dion in his prime, showtime at the showdown. Ain't no gas in the cutter, but you getting mowed down. Smoking on this hybrid, this shit hit like Gohan. Then I pass it to my bad bitch. We chop it up, she slop it up like some mad witch. Shit's pretty, you can paint them on a canvas, but I'ma bust on them like a motherfucking savage. Fat essay on a jet ski, they think I'm Cali. In your baby mama tub, eating chicken salad, trying to track my package. They telling me it's hitting Dallas, and they gonna pay a pretty penny once it hit the valley. Johnny. Yo, and we are live. Back once again with your boy Loud. This is Trill Talk with Loud. You know, we're going to kick the truth. We're going to speak the real and always keep it trill. I'm in here today with a special guest. Today is actually my first full-length episode of Trill Talk with Loud. The first episode was just kind of a breakdown, but today is our first official episode, and my first guest is none other than Mr.Blendy himself, my guy Raul. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, I got my guy from man. We known each other for a real long time. I don't even know how long, but double digits since we were small. How did we meet, dog? I think through basketball, right?
City League basketball.
For y'all that don't know, me and this guy used to actually hoop. We used to actually play basketball all the damn time. If you grew up in the 90s, you were hooping, dog. You were hooping or playing football or
all day, every day.
Some type of sports, you know. Mostly everybody was playing football and basketball, but that's how far back we go, man. And now it's an honor to get to interview my guy. And we're just going to chop it up about a bunch of different things. But first and foremost, if you don't know who my guy is, this is a big factor in the South Texas barber community. Well, Texas, period. He's been around a long time. He's came up from the mud, started from the bottom, was one of the pioneers and like OGs of bringing the light to the barber community and kind of building the barber community to where it's kind of at today in the South Texas region, more specifically Corpus. But I'm going to kind of ask my guy some questions. So if y'all don't know, Raul's original barbershop was called Hair Razors, correct? So let's take it all the way back to back then. When you first started, you went to, where'd you go to barber school at?
South Texas Barber College.
Who was your teacher?
Miss Doobie and Johnny. He's deceased now, but
OG's in it.
Yeah.
OG's in it.
Yeah.
So fresh out of barber school, you opened up a shop.
Yeah, Hair Razors.
That's fresh out of barber school?
Yeah.
You work somewhere else?
Yeah.
No, I actually purchased the barbershop about 3 months before I graduated, and I got my cousin to go in with me.
This is like in what year, and who was all involved in that venture?
That was.
Had to be like 04, right? 05?
05, yeah.
Okay. And who was all involved in that Hair Razors venture?
It was me, my cousin, Jacob.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, shout out to Jacob Espinosa, my cousin. Victor, old school Vic.
Old school Vic.
Tim Taylor.
Tim Taylor, yep.
Man, who else was in there?
There was a few, right? There was a few.
Yeah, JD, he's out of Tennessee. He was in there for a little bit.
But I remember that shop early on, man. It really, it kind of sparked a an explosion of just culture, dog, everywhere. And the thing about Raul is he seems to kind of take that with him. He carries a brand really well, and when he started the Hair Raisers brand with his cousin Jay, it kind of took on. It burned like wildfire in the streets. Put it like that. Everybody wanted to get a hair raisers cut because of the style of cuts they were giving, the designs. They were experimenting with colors and designs and different types of fading, and it was just a different cut that you were not used to seeing, which was basically a plain fade. You know, now there was these crazy designs going on, and people were like, "Where the hell y'all getting this at?" And hair raisers was the place to be. I remember that distinctly, man. You can go to Friday nights at hair raisers, and that shit was popping like it was a little jump off or something. You know what I mean? Early on, and I'm talking about hair raisers kind of causing that explosion, and I like to say that barbering is popular as hell now. What did you think back then? What was it that made you want to be a barber? Because now I could see it. This young generation that's going on right now, I could see the popularity in being a barber and people wanting to be barbers, and they've almost made being a barber look cool. You know what I mean? It's like the thing to do. So it's an easier, it's an easier occupation for a youngster to like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back then, it really wasn't like that. So, like, what prompted you to want to be a barber? Because at this time, I'm not saying that nobody was being a barber, but it wasn't the thing to do like it is today, bro. So, like, what was it that made you actually want to say, you know what, I want to be a barber?
I would look at different cuts and see like the imperfections in them, and like I'd be like, man, if you would have done this and that to that part of the fade or whatnot, it would have came out this much cleaner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I trying to figure something out to do, you know, with my life, which way I was gonna go. I had got into a bad accident when I was 19, so I was limited to stuff that I could do, and I chose barbering, and I chilled for about a good 2-3 months just to get the feel about it, and then when I picked up the clippers, it became pretty natural.
Yeah.
I was blessed for that, man.
Could have went a totally different way.
Yeah.
And we're gonna touch on that in a little bit. I got some questions in reference to that. But we were talking about barbering being a little bit more popular today. What do you think? Why do you think that there's so many people are turning to barbering now? You think that has to do with social media, or what's your opinion on that? What do you think the explosion, the reason for it is?
That, and I feel like a lot of celebrities and stuff had touched into the barber world and stuff like that.
A lot of celebrities.
So,
so let's touch on that. Can you name me just off the top of your head, just like top 3 clients that maybe you cut up that maybe the viewers will know, or that you.
Paul Wall.
Paul Willigan.
Paul P. Willie.
That fool's cool, huh?
Yeah, he cool.
That fool looks.
Real down there.
I've never met him, but that fool looks like he just all 24/7.
I cut up
just chilling.
Mexican OT.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, right there in West Texas.
What did he get, a mullet?
Yeah.
No shit.
A little taper and a little edge up and shit. He gave me a little shout out. It was cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he was cool, man. Cool about it. Who else? Lil Flip. I can go on, but I mean.
You got a funny story from any of your clients like that? Like any popular ones, or like did anybody put you like in a weird position, or like was somebody funny? Or
yeah, when I went to fucking Flip, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna send you the address, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I hit the GPS. I'm just riding. I'm going down 37. I'm like, God damn, where the fuck is he at? And he pulls up to the Valstay.
Oh, okay.
If you know what the Valstay is, man, that's the trap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I get off, and there's a little bit of everything everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just like, man, what the fuck? And I go to his room, and his was like the suite of the fucking spot. So, yeah. So he's chilling. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up with him. Get some pictures. I go on my way. But I think my best encounter with like a one-on-one had to be Devin the Dude.
Oh, that feels cool.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that feels cool.
I got to really actually kick it with him.
Yeah.
The whole night. You know what I mean? Like, from when I went to his room to go, touch him up, to all the way to the show.
And that was in the city. He was in the city, or you were out of town?
Yeah, he was opening up for. Who was he opening up for?
So Devin was opening up. Okay.
No. It wasn't Project Pat. Man, I can't remember who he was opening up for, but it was at downtown. Not downtown, but Concrete.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that feels cool. What huh? Yeah, we met him at the club. Someone pulled me to the side and was like, "Hey, yo, Devin wants you to look out for him." So, oh shit! All right, so I ran back to the house, came back, look out for him.
Yeah.
He was loving that shit. But let's get back to the barbering thing. We were talking about like the kind of explosion of it or whatever. If you could give the up and coming barber a little piece of advice, what would you tell them right now? If you could talk to the old you or the young you, I should say. What advice would you give the young barber and try to be successful and try to stand out from the rest or whatever?
Well, I mean, that's what I've been doing since I started cutting. You know what I'm saying? I always thought outside the box. Just little stuff that I could do. So, back then we didn't really have too much of a social media, so it was really word of mouth or the footwork you put in.
And do you think the word of mouth promo that you get from good client service is more important than the social media promo, or do you think that the social media promo and having a good social media what do you call it, presence is more important?
Well, I mean, word of mouth is always good, but I mean that social media it takes over everything. You know what I mean?
Well, what if someone builds their social media off of stolen cuts, stolen pictures of cuts?
Oh shit.
I mean, just like
That's where I feel like the
but
word
just
of mouth
like
is, you know what I'm saying, comes in more handy than social media, because a nigga's whole Instagram can be your cuts.
yeah.
They be doing that? I didn't.
No, but like you could, like you say, like how you say it, like if in your profession you don't know whose music that is or whatnot. The barbers you could kind of tell. You know what I mean? If you really into it like that, you be that's Buddy's cut. Hey.
But what about the client? And
Oh,
I'm
the
just
clients
looking
do.
for a cut, and I'm on Instagram and I see this dude. I see.
Oh, then you get.
Raul's Instagram and he has all these badass haircuts, but they're all haircuts that
Yeah,
you
but then
Yeah.
you just fall for the okie dokie.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's the way it goes. That's how I see that.
I mean, there's a bootleg of everything. you
Yeah,
know what
there's
I
a
mean?
bootlegger and everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so with that also being said, do you think as a barber, do you think it's more important for the barber to shoot for an amount of money to make, like on a daily or weekly basis, or to provide a certain amount of client service? Like, how do you approach that, or what kind of advice do you have for the young barber on that?
What did you think?
Like, do you think it's better for them to shoot for money, or better for them to shoot for like a certain amount of clients?
Well, the clients is the longevity. You know what I mean? But I mean, there's always a certain amount of money that you want to make. You know what I mean? Most definitely. What I used to do is count from 20 down. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
Daily.
Oh,
20
okay.
cuts. 20
Oh,
cuts. a
20
day.
cuts.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would try to make at least hit 20 cuts a day.
So you had a quota.
Yeah, that way I know more or less what I'm making.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's always good for y'all to set. I'm familiar with the service industry like that. So, like, as somebody who's providing a service, you don't pay taxes on your service. So, all of that is basically take home money. So, you can set yourself a straight balance of whatever, any amount of money, and then just shoot for that. You know what I mean? Just go off of that. That's kind of what, a lot of people in the service industry do. They kind of give themselves daily goals. Like, I'm not leaving until I get this much bread. So,
Also, I mean, it depends on your price range too. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You really,
So-
you want to As a barber, as a stylist, you're supposed to go up every year.
Oh, okay. See,
You
I didn't
know?
know that. I wasn't familiar with that.
Yeah, yeah. I try to keep it reasonable at the same time. I do try to,
And see, I think a lot of people nowadays, they don't. It's a give and take. It's kind of a hit or miss with people appreciating or being able to accept the price increase in the craft. Because I mean, I'm with it. Barbers got to make their money. You got to look fly. You know, women pay X amount of dollars to get their toes done. So as a guy, you're gonna pay X amount of dollars to look fresh.
most definitely.
So I see a lot of social media talking. People were like, "Damn, what happened to the $30 cut, the $20 cuts?" And I'm like, I get that, but you have to understand that along with that $20 cut or that $30 cut comes you're getting a 20 minutes worth of time. It's really the time you're paying for because they're trying to knock out more services. So it's not a $20 cut and he's taking an hour. That fool's gonna not do that shit in like 20 minutes. And you get what you get. You know what I mean? So you always get what you pay for. So, you know, you got to pick your poison at the end of the day with that shit.
I had a big.
Crazy how other jobs have never gone up like that, and he's saying every year.
Well, you have to.
You
know
have
what I mean?
to, yeah.
You know, it's all about operating costs and especially with the
Wage hasn't changed, is what I was saying. Like,
it's increased a little bit. I mean, from when over the last 15 years, it's increased 2-3 times. I think
I came from.
because I think it's 11. You asking the wrong. You asking. 09. Nah, it's not $7 or $8. Is it? Really? I'm tripping. I thought it was like $11.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's nowhere near like a barber. If that's their own, they set their own. You know?
Anybody on the comments saying what? Shut the fuck up.
What's that?
Minimum wage, dog.
Bro, in West Texas, they're hiring at McDonald's for like $13, $14.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's crazy, dog.
I had got into a bunch of shit on Facebook because of a little post that I had made about, charging.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, what about the people that can't afford it or whatnot? And I was like, well, there's barbers for that.
Yeah.
I'm just not trying to be a dick or nothing, but
I mean, there's somebody for every kind of customer. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody for every kind of customer.
And a couple people took it wrong. You know what I mean? And I was like, bro, like, I feel like I've earned my I've earned my price to put it to where I want. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you have.
I've dealt with so much. I've given back to so many people. Like,
hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Not even like just throwing it out there, but I've done a lot of shit.
Hell
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, you have.
And I feel like I deserve to pick and choose my price.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So we were talking earlier about your first shop, Hair Razors, and Hair Razors was a good. I'm gonna be real. That time right there, around that time was a wild little time. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time to be outside, and that was everybody was outside at that point.
We're having the Freestyle Fridays over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember this man started Freestyle Fridays. He was showing love to the boys around town. We had but was it a paid contest?
Yeah.
We were doing okay. It was paid contests, and man, that's where a lot of people started. I remember Michael White was always there. His homeboy Teasy. I remember that's where I seen
Mikey, little Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey Bones was there. I remember that's where I seen Jay Snipe. I remember that was the first time I seen Jay Snipe out there. And a lot of other guys, shout out to A1 Vic. A1 Vic was there at the time, hand painting shirts, bro. Yeah. And started an entire brand just basically kicking it there at Hair Razors.
Making his custom shirts.
Yeah, making custom shirts, getting his hustle on. A lot of people took their hustles over there, and Raul was showing love and let him, boys get their hustle on. And a lot of love was out there, man. That was the first shop.
Was it a struggle to get people to rap and freestyle, or was this?
Nah, they were all with it, bro. They were all with it.
It was so live in there. It was ridiculous.
Because I'm telling you, at this particular time, there wasn't
a place for that, something like that.
Well, there wasn't even really any hip. I want to say like hip hop inspired barbershops like that.
Oh, really?
The only barbershop that was like that was like Gilbert and Company, and that's not even.
Yeah.
That's not even. You know what I mean? It's not even like that. but they were. The whole thing was inspired. You know what I mean? Yeah, by the culture. They were selling gear and shoes, and people were there.
J-Rock pulling up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was Friday, so all sorts of people would pull up and sell shit, and the corner store was right there. We were in the middle of La Armada, so yeah, we were at Fred's corner store right there. It was just we were just outside right there. It was just, I don't know, it was a good time right there. So
we ended up linking with the radio station, and we got a deal for some airtime, and we would go out there, and Vic would make custom shirts for the artists that were coming in town. So a bunch of artists that came to Corpus at that time, they got there. I don't know if they still got them, but they, if they.
And this was the during the tall tee era.
Yeah.
So everybody was wearing tall tees, and he was customizing the shit. Shout out to A1 Vic, man. A1 Custom Designs at that time. I think that's what it's called. A1 Custom Designs.
Big
at that
influence
time.
on the custom clothing.
Yeah, that shit was bananas. But so we go through that whole that whole series. You know what I mean? So let's fast forward. Y'all close the legacy of Hair Razors and you move on to chapter 2, So Blendy. So let's touch a little bit on So Blendy. When did you open up your second chapter, So Blendy? And
the second shop for So Blendy was a year and a half after I opened the first one. Because I got crazy that day. We ended up having a barbecue, and man, there was so many people there.
It was a So Plug Sunday. I told him it was like the first official when we made the flyer and everything.
Yeah, it was so packed out there. The owner called me and told me, "Get your shit out of there." I was like, "All right."
Wow.
So
was that the small shop on there?
That was the small shop. So I ended up going to the second shop.
Bro, that parking lot had like 8 slots. We were
Motherfuckers
were park on the grass.
There's a lot of history right there. I bet.
Bro,
Pokey and
I was gonna ask you about
Hawk.
that. Yeah, hell yeah. Like I remember the pictures of like Hawk in the video. Like Green shot like a video of Hawk being there or something.
Yeah.
that shit was bananas. I remember we had
Me and Green were chiefing in the back with Pokey and Big Mo. Yeah.
I was there. There was a lot of situations, and a lot of things going on over
A
there.
whole lot of shit. I got Taco Rich in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So then, So Blendy moved to the Ayers location,
Yeah.
and that was kind of where it kind of, I don't want to say took off, but it got a little, it branched off, got a little bit bigger. And
Yeah, me and Derek went in with the and B with the CD shop.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And,
Yeah,
we made it happen in there.
yeah.
You know what was crazy is I look in there now and I'm like, how the fuck do we fit all this shit in here? And we still could walk through that bitch. I'm like, my son was riding a goddamn hoverboard in that motherfucker.
That's just crazy. Yeah, that was a good look. And a lot of good barbers went through them doors. You know what I mean?
I was counting the other day, and I've had 51 barbers under me.
So as a certified boss, that's something that not a lot of people can do, bro.
That was hard.
I've witnessed, a lot of people attempt to be a boss, and they just say it's too much, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot to take on. Dealing with different personalities, and people want different things. Some people just want to get a paycheck. Some people don't have their heart in your brand. Some, whatever the case may be, you always hear good employees are hard to come by. So that's probably something that you felt. Would you ever just say, you know what, I'm done being a boss, and go work for somebody else for like just a regulated amount of money? Or is this lifestyle something that's born and bred in you?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm definitely gonna get another spot. Yeah. But
Okay.
like I've and I am right now. I'm working in a shop right now. You know.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? It's cool. You know what I mean? I mean, some people they'll treat you a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I know my place, and you know, I just play my part as a barber. You know what I mean? And just go hard as I can.
I think something that you can definitely say, and I'm gonna give you your flowers, is you've always reached out and helped other people make money, bro.
Oh yeah.
And to me, um, that's just one of the reasons that I've always fucked with you. That's one of the reasons that I'll be one of the first guys to stand up and vouch for you. And a lot of the guests that you're gonna see on Trill Talk, they're gonna be on here for a reason. I'm just not gonna randomly like pick people or, these guests that I'm gonna have. They have roles and they play their roles very well, and I'm bringing them on for a reason. And my guy right here is one of those guys. You know what I mean? He has a tremendous amount of influence in the community. He has a huge network. I know a lot of people, and this guy knows a lot of people. So, that network isn't built overnight. And that network doesn't come squeaky clean, out the package. You got to build that record. And my guy over here has a clean record. You know what I mean? Good face card, good street cred, everything's solid, So that's not hard. I mean, that's not easy to do. That's very hard to do. And he put a lot of money in a lot of people's pockets. He gave a lot of people jobs. He gave a lot of people, let's just say he gave a lot of people opportunities. What they did with that opportunity is on them. Yeah. You can't talk bad about my guy. Whatever you did with your opportunities on you. People are responsible for their own, future and their own actions. But good luck to all of you guys on that venture. You know what I mean? You got to stand by my guy. He's one of these guys you got to stand by. So he's back. He's back in the city, back in South Texas. And he's going to be here to try to, build back up his brand. And hopefully you guys can look out for my guy. Support that. Moving on to something else, man. On the podcast, I like to talk about a few different things. And one of the things I'm going to always touch on the podcast is my support for all the men out there who are coming up as learning how to be dads, man, learning how to be a father, learning how to be something to these kids. And coincidentally today, my man brought his son with him. I've been here since the beginning, since the birth of his son. I watched my guy become a daddy, took to it very well. I've been here through all his struggles as a father. You know what I mean? As my barber, you know what I mean? Me and him have many conversations. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all's barbers are y'all psychiatrists and therapists and the whole nine. But me and my guy right here, we have many conversations about being a dad, and on this podcast, you're going to always hear me preach about the importance of men being in their sons' lives. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, kind of touch on another personal level, dog, is being that you are a daddy, what do you think, or let's just say, well, how old is your son right now?
He's 16.
He's 16 right now. And how old were you when you had him?
25.
25. How did the fatherhood affect you? Like, was it an overnight thing? Was it like a year or two later, it just hit you? Like, how did becoming a daddy at 25? Because I think I was a daddy at 26, so we were on the same age.
I just had to adapt, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't only him that I took in his brother and his two sisters.
Okay,
well.
okay.
So it was
That's
like
right.
a whole family, you know what I mean? So it was,
Kind of jumped in.
yeah, it kind of, but it is what I mean. It was a good run,
Yeah, if you don't learn how to backstroke, you're gonna drown. So my guy stayed afloat. So that being that you just jumped in that, and obviously you survived, you came out on a better end. I guess were you influenced by, because you have a lot of male. You have a lot of male relatives. You have, your grandfather. You got your stepdad. So, being that you had those male figures to look up to, did that help you in being a father?
Oh, most definitely, because I got different things from different, you know what I mean? Like my grandfather, he taught me how to
shout out Raul.
Frank, you know what I mean? Still going.
If any of y'all know Raul, his grandpa's a G, man, straight up. Grandpa Frank.
He showed me, how to treat a woman, how to be a man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how to, just basically be a man,
Yeah. Do you think that what you just said, do you think that helped keep you out of prison?
Yes, most definitely.
And I asked that question, dog, because one other part of my podcast, and the reason that I try to stress the importance of being in your kids' lives is because your child has like an 80 something. I want to say it's 83. I don't like quoting numbers because I'll be getting them wrong, but I think it's like an 83% chance, a higher chance of them going to prison if they grow up without a father. So that's kind of like what I base the importance of us being in our sons' lives, and I want to ask that question to the guests to see kind of how it gauges. But you think that that's one of the reasons or a big factor in you not ever going to prison?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, my stepdad and my dad, they gave me my dad's a car salesman.
Yeah.
My other dad, he did his thing too, but they're both hustlers,
Yeah.
And, that's where I got that little side of me. You know what I mean? My stepdad's very social.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got a mouthpiece. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I got that part from him. And just also being real humble. My stepdad, taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to keep me away from trouble, even though I was very infatuated with that type of life.
Yeah. Do you think really though do you think it was the infatuation with the lifestyle, or was it the infatuation with trying to make fast money? What do you, or was it both?
It was probably both, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because I came up, with my cousins, you know what I mean? Them doing their thing. I'm the young kid around everything all the time.
Yeah.
Even just growing up in general, I was always the youngster around.
Yeah,
my
for sure.
other older cousins and stuff like that. So I was influenced by that, you know what I mean? And then, 90s movies are a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So
movies ain't nothing like they are today.
No, not
I mean, movies back then, or the movies today, they're nothing like they were back then. That shit's crazy.
But I mean, growing up around that and the type of music we listened to.
Yeah.
And then where we were at, you know what I mean? I moved a lot around when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it was like hood to hood to hood. You know what I mean? And I met a shitload of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how? That's one thing I was gonna ask. So you was talking about moving around from hood to hood. Did you think that was a big factor in you having the network that you have now and having the type of clientele that you have? And
yeah, because I moved around to lots of different areas. You know what I mean? And then just knowing a bunch of people, networking, everything that we went through. You know what I mean? Should have helped out with everything.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, do you think that that's something that is important for like a barber to kind of keep his face out there?
Yeah, be social, be out there. You have to have the people get comfortable to you before they even come to give you the time of day.
Yeah, because I agree with that, because people do business with people. And I feel like a lot of people in the service industry, sometimes...
most of the time, I won't even tell them I'm a barber until they ask. You know what I mean? Or before I leave or whatnot. Or sometimes, a lot of the times they're like, oh, yeah, you're whatnot.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I think a lot of times people in the service industry, they kind of look past that part, and they're just kind of like, okay, I'm going to school, I took my test, passed my test, and I'm this now. And it's like, okay, well, put yourself out there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's
It's not gonna come to you. I'll tell you that much.
yeah, like the service industry that my lady's in. So I see people who do what she does, and then I'm like, okay, I never heard of them. I never heard of them.
Yeah.
I've heard of them. They put themselves out there. I heard of them. You know what I mean? But it's just it be like that and shit.
There's a select few that stand out more than the others. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So
That's one thing too. Like me being an older barber, I have to keep up with the times and shit. So
yeah,
as long as I can keep my cuts and stay intact with the styles and stuff like
so
that.
you gotta keep your back so strong, dog.
My style, stuff like that.
Yeah. So we were talking about that. You were trying to talk about keeping up with the times. My whole thing is now I'm trying to keep up with this new music. So me and you were chopping it up the other day about new music and us, trying to adhere to something that we like, that we hear, that we I fuck with that. You know what I mean? There's this only certain shit that we can hear now. As older heads, we unk status. So a lot of shit y'all be listening to nowadays is nah. So what let's talk about Texas real quick. What are three guys from Texas right now that you're listening to or kind of caught your ear, even if they're not newer guys? I mean, I would like for them to be newer guys, but if not, just whoever. But 3 Texas rappers you're listening to.
Newer
Or just anybody really, whoever you got in your deck right now, but from Texas.
I fuck with D Baby. He's cool. I like some of his
D
stuff.
Baby's popping right now.
Just a little. You could relate to a couple of things. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool to hear a youngster talk about.
Yeah, D Baby's popping right now.
Man, if I go old school, I'm just gonna keep going. You know what I mean?
Oh, but we were talking about
Newer
that dude.
artists.
No, but me and you were talking about what was his name? Doc.
I was just
Oh,
gonna ask
yeah.
you, have you heard
Yeah.
fucking Doc?
Yeah, we were talking about
Quiet Money Doc.
Yeah, Quiet Money Doc.
He got that old school freestyle. Big Tony. I fuck with Big Tony.
Big Tony.
I fuck with Sauce Walker. What's that other dude's name? Must be crazy, yo. Some
OTB Fastlane?
Yeah, I fuck with OTB too. What's his name? Yeah, FMB Long Money. He's cool. I like that dude.
Okay, I don't think I heard of him yet.
Who else? Cartel Bo.
I heard of that name. Oh yeah, the big dude. He's
Yeah.
tall. Yeah.
Yeah, Cartel Bo. Yeah, Maxo. I fuck with Maxo. What's the other dude's name? The one that fought Maxo. I can't remember his name now, but he's cool too.
What about
Old school Kiki, fucking stays in my peeping in my window while I listen to that about fucking 6 times a week.
What about D-Town? You fucking with D-Town right now?
I fuck with D-Town. I fuck with Zillionaire Doe.
What do you think? What do you think about
Casinos, of course.
What do you think about that new wave? That
Shout
new
out
Dallas?
Florida.
What they calling the Dallas? The new Dallas. There you go. What do you think about that new Dallas?
I like that shit because they're one thing they're uniting. You know what I mean? And a lot of their motives is going legal. You know what I mean?
So what do you think about? Do you think that basically is it Dallas's time now? Do you think Houston's had their run? You think it's Dallas's turn to take the torch and kind of move up as the kind of profound city in Texas, to show their ass right now? You think it's their turn?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you're a Dallas artist, now's the time to step it up. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
I feel like it goes in a wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm
Come on
saying.
with some more people. And Dallas
People
Cobras.
say that Dallas had their run too, but it wasn't the run that the streets wanted.
Talking about the boogie. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I'm going to be real with you, dog. I didn't really like that for D-Town. I didn't. Huh?
The whole dance.
Nah, I didn't, dog. I didn't really support that. Don't.
Especially coming up
There was
with
another
Mr.
song.
Lucci and Mr. Pookie and hearing shit like that.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Because I like Twisted Black, bro.
Black.
I was a Twisted Black fan.
Already.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I had more than one Twisted Black project. And And that was the D-Town that I was used to hearing, so I just really wasn't. I was never really into the dancing thing. I didn't really support that. That really isn't what I wanted to hear. So I just, I didn't really pay too much attention to it. So
That
I
wasn't
didn't.
the D-Town movement that you.
I didn't support that for D-Town. I was kind of embarrassed
I think I
for
saw
D-Town.
And what's crazy is
The beats were tight. Yeah, the beats were tight. Don't get me wrong, they were tight.
But they were dance songs.
They were dance songs. Don't get me wrong, like
Nah, you weren't on the block hustling.
Party Boys and
Party Boy, no,
all
you know
that
what I'm saying?
shit.
All
Like,
that shit. Yes, you go to the club and you get behind. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying, a 5
I wasn't
and
dancing
you
at all. I
know,
was
exactly.
in my tall tee smoking 100 sweets and hypno.
what's crazy is living in working in West Texas, going out and stuff. A lot of they love that Dallas shit, that dance shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that over here in Corpus, we love that Houston shit. So it's like,
They need to just build a club and play nothing but Rose songs, and I swear to God, these motherfuckers will go to it.
oh yeah, most definitely. I might be there.
You know how when you go to fucking some clubs and the last song they play is that one Tejano song, where you have to leave? That's how they do
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah, and Jags over there in West Texas. The last song every night was "Wanna Be a Baller." So
Over here in Corpus, they play fucking, what's that freestyle? Zero's freestyle?
oh yeah,
Most City Dawn freestyle. I remember in Safari, they would play that every night, the last night. We ever get Cypher Part 2.
Oh man,
shit.
oh man.
We could put that together.
Yeah, we could do that.
We could definitely put that together. For sure.
I'm gonna have to revamp this.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, as of I ended up taking the name Blendy. People started calling me that shit back in West Texas. I carry it on my back now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Before we get off the subject though, on this Dallas shit real quick, I had just seen man, what do you think about this fool Go Yayo? Have you seen what they're doing to that fool? I don't even really too much pay attention to his music, or I pay attention to his antics, because this will be he's something else, man. But
That's gonna be hard to come back from right there.
down. I would say the same shit, but my whole thing was, bro, why you taking pictures like this as a grown ass man? Because in my head, I was like, bro, you had to go set the phone on the floor, my G, and set that shit up, and then you went and posed, and then you came back and looked at that and said, oh, hell yeah, and sent that on? What the fuck, bro? What's his name? He sent it to his baby mama.
Yeah.
So this is what I've seen. So far, I've seen that he's always beefing with that fool CJ.
Yeah.
CJ Casino. Or
Yeah,
is that
CJ.
CJ Casino.
Yeah, CJ. Yeah.
Lil CJ, there you go. He's always beefing with that fool. Well, supposedly this fool is like, I've been had your baby mama at my house. She been staying over here. And basically, I guess she busted out the pictures and showed that fool. And, they put it on blast.
Damn off.
This motherfucker has his whole cookie eye out, his whole chicken eye out for everybody. Like, what the fuck, bro? That shit's crazy. Yeah, he had his whole spread eagle. Like, what are you doing, dog? Like, what are you doing,
He
dog?
speaks for forward though.
Yeah, no, he
Oh yeah.
he responded a couple times, and then he responded again, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm all right. I'm whatever y'all say I am. I'm the biggest punk. See me outside." And then # gay as fuck, # ho yayo or some shit. I don't know, bro. And then I saw another clip today, and somebody recorded him, and I don't think it was a Say Cheese. It had a Say Cheese shit in the corner. Boy was talking zesty as hell. So I don't know if that was AI or what. You don't even ever know anymore.
I know for real.
But the picture supposedly was an AI, and I'm like, God, how is fool gonna come back from that? Sauce Walker was on that ass about him. Shit was crazy. Also today, I seen that 50 he bought the rights to Paid in Full
Yes,
today on a major boss move, man. What do you think about that? He said he was gonna let Cameron be executive producer. So that's gonna be fucking live, I think.
Do we need it after we already had the movie though?
I don't know. You know they're kicking a lot of dead horses right now, making part twos and
Hey, plus
bringing
you got
back
that studio. You
shit
got the
and
studio to make whatever you
yeah.
want.
So I mean, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll break down.
Shit.
Maybe it'll break
Go
down
more in
some.
depth in the movie 'cause it's more than 2
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. Maybe go more in depth, or even make some shit up, or
With the
branch some
uncle and
shit
shit like
off.
that.
You know what I
Show
mean? Like,
Rico's time before they
yeah. Or what's his name? The one who says, no, even homeboy that was, do I look like Kermit now? Like some Kermit motherfucker now?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even some more shit with him, or you know what I mean? Break it down. I don't know.
Yeah, because he was a man before.
So
just on that stoop.
yeah, just on that stoop. I think it'll be live. You know what I mean? I don't ever, man. Y'all can probably talk a lot of shit, but I ain't never seen Power, and I ain't never seen
Hey, me
none of
neither.
that shit.
Me neither.
But I have a feeling this one's gonna be. I try to watch Power a couple times, and
You seen Snowfall?
Yeah.
I saw
We was just watching some of that.
the
last
first season. I think there's 2 seasons.
night. No, there's like 6, 7. Yeah, that's
No, I think I'm tripping. I think the only one I haven't seen was the last one.
Already.
So I'm
The
tripping.
BMF?
I've seen no, I didn't see the BMF.
BMF
No,
pretty good.
The Shy. I watched The Shy too. That was alright.
I didn't see none of that shit. But I think that's a good look for 50. You know what I mean? I saw some shit that Dame Dash was talking shit, but what is it?
Of course he
What
is.
is though? I bet that fool's man. I like Dame, but as a late, he's been throwing a lot of fits,
He
dog.
was telling Cam, he's all that you got a boss. You just got a
Been
boss.
throwing a lot of fits, dog.
But he had
It's
that
all
same
good.
stunt on Breakfast Club.
It's
Telling,
all good, though.
DJ Envy, you
I-
got a boss.
I feel Dame. Yeah, I feel Dame because Dame preaches that entrepreneurial spirit. I feel him. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you can't tell another man how to do business. You know what I mean? You don't tell another man how to eat his food. You don't tell another man how to fuck his bitch. So, you know, that's just pocket watching to me. So I don't know. But that's crazy. But let's move on to something else. Speaking of bitches, know what I'm talking about? You've had your share of runs, my guy, right? You know, you're an experienced
my
player. You know what I'm talking about? So we got a little portion of Trill talk where we like to
Viewer count about to fly up.
we like to talk about so we like to talk about the opposite sex. I got a couple questions for my players. I'm gonna be bringing a lot of players and they got something to say on here. So my guy's a little bit seasoned in the game, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and ask him a couple of questions in reference to the opposite sex and just see what my guy has to say. So I'm gonna ask, what 3 red flags for a woman hit you the wrong way? 3 red flags. Name 3 red flags in your opinion.
Coming from
You gotta specify though, like during the relationship, before, on the first date.
Well,
like, let's
okay. If I'm
specify.
gonna specify it, what are 3 red flags that are gonna make you not want to pursue something with a woman?
So this is first date type shit.
Yeah, first date, first couple of dates, or finding out within the first.
Already. Drink.
What's she order?
stay on his phone.
Oh yeah, always
Staying
on the phone.
Not trying to pick up a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're talking about first date.
First couple of
Yeah,
dates.
first couple or whatever. You know what I
You
mean,
might
man?
not see everything.
Yeah, you may not see everything.
Another one. Let me see. I'm not too much of a person that gives a shit about somebody's past, cause
We all been through.
yeah, you know what I mean. So
We all
not
seasoned
really
in
nothing.
corpus. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you.
yeah. Let's see.
We all seasoned with corpus.
I know one thing,
Uncle
and
Christy.
this is a big thing for me. Spanish rice.
Spanish rice.
If you can't cook good Spanish rice, I can't fuck with you.
So
Sorry.
he said if you can't cook good Spanish rice, I know there's motherfuckers out there who can't even cook. So let me ask you that. Let me see. So what do you think is more important? Do you think it's more important for a woman to cook good or cook period or dress nice?
Both.
Both. All
Both.
right.
Both. You have to, because
So if she's spaghetti strap shirt and tights every day, that ain't gonna fly.
It depends how she puts it. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
Depends how she wears it.
Depends how she.
I mean, not every day, of
And where
course.
she's wearing it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So do you think, along with that, let's ask, do you think it's more important for a girl to keep up with her physical appearance, keep up with her body, with her look, or you think it's more important for the woman to keep up with her financial status, keep her paper right?
Oh, most definitely financial status. That's what another thing that girls, I just want to be a stay-home mom. Like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, don't you want to help me? I need somebody that's going to be a backbone, like that's already got their shit together.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I
So
know.
that way, just in case, I'm all about, spoiling and, if we're locked in, of course I'm going to pay the bills type shit.
But you got to prove you're worthy.
Exactly.
I think that's what a lot of chicks, I think they leave that part out.
Don't
you know
be
what I mean?
asking me for $2 to go to the store to get a strike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I need somebody to, like, say if something happens to me, I need you to be able to help me out to get back on my feet. Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A back, basically a backbone.
Yeah. I think, I don't understand what.
I mean, they can earn their way of being a stay-home mom, but
exactly. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't understand. There's no like you said, there's no like probationary period, or you never hear women say, well, let me show you, what I could do to earn that, or let me show you, well, you'll see, you know what I mean? It's like just off the rip, I want a man who makes 200,000, he's gotta be 6'4", and you hear all these fucking rowdy ass chicks talk like that online, you know what I mean, on social media. And don't get me wrong, not every chick's like that. You know what I mean? You just gotta search. And as soon as you get that whiff, just move around. You know what I'm saying? You can move around. It ain't that hard. They give you that type of whiff, you just move around. But for the women that are out there, and they're out there, I got me one, you know what I'm talking about? So like they're out there. You just gotta find them, and they're down. You know what I mean? They'll be down. As long as you guide them in the right direction, as long as you can lead them. Now, if you're taking them to the trap house and dropping them off at work, and you spin in the central to the trap and getting arrested, and now she got to take the car out of impound and bond you out, and you're talking about, let me get your taxes to flip so we can get back on our feet. Like, that's a different story, dog.
Yeah.
But if you guiding your woman in the right direction, and y'all making money together and stacking bread and setting goals and yada, yada, then you're allowed to spoil a woman like that. She showed you she's down for the team. You know what I mean? She's a team player. She's willing to let you lead. Then go ahead. You know what I mean? Go ahead, do your thing. But for a woman just to want that off the rip is bananas to me.
That's probably the main shit. But that Spanish rights is for real.
Okay, so that's a must-have. What are two other must-haves if they gonna fuck with Raul? Must-have. She's gotta have. You said she gotta cook Spanish rice good. So what are two other? She gotta have all your teeth. Sound like my old man, bro. Say that shit all the time. Gotta have all her teeth.
She gotta have all her teeth and all her toenails and shit.
That's funny.
Nah, but financially, doing good for herself. Not always out. You know what I mean? Not always out in the club every fucking night. Every other weekend or whatnot. If you're single, that's cool.
So what do you think about girls' night? Are you with the girls' night thing? You let them,
most definitely. Yeah.
You let them go do the girls' night thing?
Yeah, for sure. Let them dudes go over there and pay for your drinks and do all that shit and come home to you.
One thing I seen online is there's certain podcasts like that dude Myron who does that one podcast, Fresh and Fit. And there's a couple other podcasts I've seen where these fools say, a man doesn't care how much a woman makes, and we care about them being young and this and that and submit. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
I want my chick.
Let her make more than me.
I want my chick to make some paper, dog. What the hell's wrong with you? She got some paper.
Doing.
I got some paper. Then we got some paper.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck is wrong with this dude? But
that's just insecurity type shit.
I don't get that part. I don't agree with that part. And he always wants them young. He's always talking about, I don't want no young chick. Like I said, I like mine a little seasoned. As long as she lets me teach her new shit, you know what I mean? Because old dogs gonna learn new tricks around this
Well,
motherfucker.
yeah.
But let's see here. Okay, do you think that them having their own shit off the rip, like having a car, having their own crib, is that a must, or do you think
It's a plus.
it's a plus? Okay, that's the difference.
Well, let me say, I feel like as a dude, if you're unemployed, you shouldn't even be looking to date.
Exactly.
As a dude.
That should be vice
You
versa
know what?
too for women, bro.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you think that works both ways?
And that's my position right now because I'm rebuilding right now, so I'm not ready to have another person in my life right now.
Alright.
You know what I mean? So when I get to that, then maybe I'll start looking. You know,
Yeah.
And
But
I
right
think
now
as
it's
a-
all about the hustle right now.
And
you
I
know
think
what I'm
as a real motherfucker, you have to
That's
think
some real
like
shit.
that,
That's
dog. You
some
have
real
to
shit
think
for real
like that
motherfuckers,
because,
you
in
know
my
what I'm saying?
opinion, that's the same way I think. Obviously, D, you think the same way. Like, if my pockets ain't straight, I don't got no business out here looking for a bitch. Like, keep my ass at home. I'm gonna make a peanut butter and jelly and
Trust
smoke
me,
this
yo,
blunt
yo.
and go to bed. What the
Because
fuck?
when you meet a girl and she broke and you broke, that's gonna be her first impression of you. And
Yeah.
that's the person with the
Yeah.
dude and the woman.
Yeah.
Shit.
I feel the same way about women too. Like, I don't have nothing against a woman who's coming up, but if your whole mind is just depending on the EBT and you ain't trying to ever get out of Section 8 and you ain't trying to, if there's no trying in your conversation, then I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have this is a temporary, this is a temporary situation and you trying to up your game, level up and shit. That's cool. We understand that. But nah, not if you trying to stay stagnant. I hate that stagnant shit, dog. I really do. Do you think that it's important for a woman to want to learn, want to let you like lead the way, or do you like independent women with like their own opinions and
Oh, yeah.
kind of like them a little sassy?
Oh yeah, I like that.
I
love
like
'em.
that.
Yeah, I like a smart ass mouth.
You
You know what I mean?
bet
That's, yeah,
Keeps
the
things
spark going.
saucy.
Yeah, that was another thing. I'm gonna be myself throughout the whole thing because a lot of people change for somebody, and then
Oh, dog.
it's like
Shit.
you're not the same person I fell in love with.
Yeah,
No
nah.
shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of try to stay the same person throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I feel you too. I'm the same way, dog. And
What you get, what you see is what you get, basically. You know what I mean?
yeah, I've been the same. I mean, I would like to think so, but I feel like I've been the same motherfucker for the last
Yeah, for sure.
30 years, dog. Real talking. You see people, you don't meet, but you see people, and then when they meet somebody, they start changing who they are. They're dressing different or talking different, or motherfuckers just meet
That
somebody
hard part
and
in that motherfucker.
want to grow their hair out, and grow their goatee out, and then buy a motorcycle, and you know what I mean, shit like that. Like, dog, I know a few people like that. They start adhering to whoever they're with, and
Different music. and
motherfucker
shit.
surfed with one chick, fucking played soccer with another, and was in the museums with another type shit. You know what I mean? Like, just be you, dog. Like, that shit's crazy. So,
Like, I'm gonna have to go out and chill with my dogs regardless here and there. You know what I mean?
hell yeah, like
It's something we're gonna do. Like just like ladies' night, you know what I mean? Like shit, go ahead.
ladies' night. That's funny.
We can go our own ways and meet up at the end of the night or
Do
whatever.
you think that you'll ever see the altar, my G? You think you ever get married?
again? I mean,
Well, yeah, again, my bad. But like,
if I get paid for it, nah. Yeah, nah, for
like,
real.
I
I'll
guess.
go through a 20. Oh, yeah. The Bachelor Corpus Christi, let's get it.
Do you yeah. But is that something that like
I
you
mean-
see as a like a goal of yours to ever like successfully be married, or you know what I mean? Ride off into the sunset with your vieja.
I mean, it's not really.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Yeah, it
I've been with my
sounds
lady
good.
for a long time, bro, and we talk about it and shit, and we kind of think the same way. I think people just kind of really what I think it is for something for the women, bro. It's just
Yeah.
it's for the women, dog.
I think later on in life, I'll find somebody that's already lived like I did. And you know what I mean?
You ready to
Kinda-
slow down, baby? I'm ready to slow down. Just
I
slow
mean,
down.
not
Yeah.
necessarily slow down, just live the way we live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But until then,
Because you're never gonna live a boring life. That's for
nah,
that.
never. My dad's still in the club taking Rumpelmint shots like a motherfucker.
Oh
Shit.
Rumple Miss dog.
Texting me, hey, I'm at the park. Like, what are you doing at the park? Come on.
Hey, y'all never had any Rumple Miss? Don't take Rumple Miss. You're gonna have the greatest regret of your life.
If you like Rumpelmint, pull up to the park and hit up Lil Juan.
Rumple Mints is it's icy minted.
Yeah.
No, Goldschlager
no.
cinnamon. This is
Goldschlager's more
spearmint.
like
Spearmint.
Fireball.
Yeah, this is like winter fresh gum from back in the day. That's how it tastes. Just.
Goldschlager, I can't do that.
But in my head, it's like, dog, what are you doing drinking alcohol that tastes like toothpaste, dog? Like, why are we drinking this shit? And these motherfuckers be drinking that shit, bro. I got so faded off that shit, I couldn't.
Yeah.
That shit was bananas.
I mean, I'll
dog.
take them, but
And then just to top it off, I did it again another night just to make sure, like, and sure enough, that night too, I like, that's it. I ain't fucking with this Rumple Mints ever again, bro. That was the night I learned. You know what? You talking about Goldschlager? I used to drink Goldschlager with Dr. Pepper.
oh, no.
Have you ever had Goldschlager with Dr. Pepper? The spiciness in the Dr. Pepper. I know you ain't just supposed to drink dark with clear.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the spiciness in the Dr. Pepper, that shit go hard with the
Bro, one time I was trying to catch a.
all the stories I hear about you, my guy, were alcoholic talk, bro. Just alcoholic talk, my guy. Like, I like to think that I started early and I was an early drinker because I drank from a keg and we used to
Keg
drink
stands.
McCormick vodka. And then Freak always has a story that just, hey, bro, we used to 151. We used to drink Everclear.
Yeah.
We used to drink Everclear and orange juice.
I've had some crazy
bro, what
nights
the
on
fuck?
Everclear.
School.
It's school. See what I'm talking about?
Ask your cousins, bro.
I remember there was like
They're witnesses.
3 or 4 motherfuckers at King who used to do shit like that. And
Yeah, whenever I was in high school, I had a couple people be like, hey, come here quick. I'm like, what's up? Go to the restroom and this one pull out a whole bottle out the back. I'm like, bro,
take a shot, bro.
go take a shot.
We used to do the,
No, I don't.
me and my guys, we used to do the McCormick vodka. It was $9.99, and we would go to the corner store and they had a jug of Tampico orange juice, and we were broke little motherfuckers at this time. We were consistently throwing down to buy this McCormick $9.99 bottle of vodka and this Tampico orange juice. Everybody get a cup. That's how we get our buzz on, bro. We call it the brown bag special.
$2 cheaper for some taco vodka.
Yeah.
$2
Yeah,
more, we got
I
some
did not
R&R.
like Taka. Yeah, we used to. That's what we moved to next when we did the brown. It was R&R. Cause my homeboy
So I was already sipping oil at that time, too.
So that was another thing. I was blessed to live through the Al Farmer era with my guy right here. For you young sippers out there who be talking, what they be talking now? Triss and
Walk.
y'all be talking about walk like, I don't know, man.
I stopped sipping whenever they discontinued high tech.
Yeah,
High tech. Whenever they got rid of high tech, I was like,
shit. We come from the.
I'm done.
What y'all boys know about Orange VC? I used to sip Orange VC. Y'all
That
boys-
crusty cap.
Yeah, crusty cap, boy. What about that? You grit boy, that yellow grit boy.
Yeah, I see.
Tussanex.
I seen young man on some Tussanex the other day. I was like,
That was the best one, right, man?
Nitty
You had to be
gritty.
real sick to get that Tussanex grit boy. But yeah, man, we lived through our farmer days, and I remember we used to throw drink parties, man. That was another. We used to have a good old time. We used to at my crib, and I remember a couple places. His apartment, we would have drink parties. You pull up on a Friday night, everybody was buying a 4 and
crack a couple seals.
6s and 8s and crack some seals, bring a big ass bag of Sonic Ice and a fucking 25 cups, and we just sip and blow. Whole fucking crib looking like a Snoop Dogg smoke session. Go down.
Slow down like a motherfucker.
Those were the days, bro.
Y'all wouldn't get on the rapping and nothing like
Yeah,
that?
we would. Yeah.
Oh man,
Cause at this time,
we had some crazy ass. Oh, well, not we, but there was some crazy ass freestyle sessions at Loud's crib over there off of Prince Street, right?
on Whitaker, yeah,
Whitaker, there you
yeah. Cause at this time, But was that Hair Razor's time?
Yeah, it was.
Oh shit, that was Hair Razor's time. So during that time, that's another thing that kind of added to the flavor of Hair Razors was that's when Coop first started his tapes, his CDs, and he was mixing shit. And then we were also had kind of just started Gotti Gang, I think, or maybe not.
Yeah, it was right around that time.
So all of that kind of incorporated with it all, and then we would take the party to the crib, and then Coop had his table. We had a setup like this, you know what I mean? So we had our tables and the mic and everything, you know what I mean? Shit. Fuck yeah, that shit would go and turn into just all nighter, dog.
No tapes, like no video or audio.
Hey, I remember one time,
Yeah,
bro.
we first there's
There's
some
actually DJ Coop tapes of just like y'all freestyling.
yeah.
Damn, that's what's up.
But they're probably for like he was doing personal tapes like Screw, you know what I mean?
He got some
CDs,
somewhere.
CDs, not tape. We're calling them tapes,
He
but
got
CDs.
some hoes somewhere. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they're CDs.
One time, old man Vic had pulled out the keyboard one day. I remember this, and you were there.
Yeah.
Green was there. Man, I don't even know who else, but that was the biggest. That was for like an hour straight. He was just playing, and
At the
everybody was just
barbershop,
freestyling.
yeah.
And it was just us in there.
It was like on a Friday.
But if we
night.
had cameras in there, it would have been. You know what I
And
mean?
he was just playing the keyboard, dog, live, and Green was freestyling. That shit was player, dog. It was live, but it was just, I don't know that like,
that era, right?
yeah, I don't know what, I guess it was more organic is what I'm trying to say. There was a lot of organic shit going on, you know what I mean? We were just more outside with it. I think that was MySpace days too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
MySpace barely started, so you could only do so much, like, couldn't just go live and shit. You know what I mean? Shit like that, so it was like,
And we had the same resources that we have now, man.
I know, dog. That shit would have went. What about the rumble in the parking lot? The hair.
Yeah, see, shit like that.
One time, my little brother, when he first started jumping off the porch, dog, he beefed with this older head who was like 2 years older than him. I think he was 18. My brother was like 16 or 15. And he beefed with his older head. I think he was from Midway or some shit. And I don't know what happened, though. My brother called him out at a bus stop or some shit. And I was supposed to be picking my brother. Anyway, long story short, my brother fought him, and he kind of got the best of my brother. And I kind of broke it up, and boom, we took off. A couple days later, my brother was chilling at the bus stop early in the morning, waiting to go to that JJA school or whatever. Homeboy rolled up on him, squabbed my brother in the morning, and beat for him. You know what I mean? Worked him, and so my brother came to my crib and was like, "Damn, bro, I got worked." It's like, fuck. So, anyways, fast forward, I'm at Raul's shop on a Friday chilling, right? I'm cooling. I'm with my baby mama. At the time, we're just boyfriend girlfriend type shit, and just regular Friday, always hanging out at Hair Razors. Well, I'd take off to go do some shit, hit a lick or something.
I was actually at barber school at this time.
Oh, at barber school. Shit, this is even more back. Because I've been fucking with Raul since barber school. So I was going to barber school to get cut up. So on Fridays, we would go to barber school and get cut up. I would get cut up all the time. Like every
Barber College was almost like a chill spot too, because everybody was there.
Well,
Yeah.
Barber College
And
was
that whole
right next
block
to
right
the Hair
there.
Razors that he eventually is gonna open.
Okay, bet.
So
Okay.
he's going to Barber College here, but then
But you already got the spot.
Yeah.
yeah. So
That
so
whole block was just.
So yeah, that whole area is just jumping, bro, jumping. And we're in a lot of mile and hood, so it's just jumping. You know what I mean? Period. There's a lot of commotion going on, and just so. Anyways, I see this fool beefing with my brother, and my baby mama tells me like, "Hey, I don't want to tell you, but I seen that fool beefing with your brother. He's over there sitting in the truck." I'm like, "What? Word?" She's like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "All right." We flip back around. Boom, boom, boom. She's like, "Look, he's right there." I'm like, "Hell yeah, that's him." Boom, go, kind of park out to the side. I hop out, catch homie at the drive. He's chilling in the truck or whatever. Boom, pop up on him. What's popping? Remember me? La la la. Whatever. Boom. Start putting the things on him. Trying to get him out the truck and shit. My homeboy goes around the other side. I can't even remember who it was. I don't know if it was
Coop.
Was it Coop? At the time, me and Coop was with me. He goes around to the other side, starts beating on the whoever was on the other side, I don't even remember who was on the other side. I think it's Homeboy. So Homeboy starts getting binged on. Boom, boom. Coop's binging on him through the window. And if everybody knows Coop, the way Coop punches, he punches fucking from all the way back here, bro. Like, that fool punches from way back here, bro. He's in him with that big-ass Coop arm, and homies, boom, boom, and I'm trying to get this fool out the... All of a sudden, I guess Homeboy's dad's inside the barber college or inside the barber shop. He's getting cut up and sees us.
Next door.
And sees us, and he runs out of the barber shop with the cape still on. And he's yelling, running at me, motherfucker. I don't even know what he was saying. I don't even remember, bro. You know what I mean? When you're fighting, you get tunnel vision and shit. So this was running at me, dog, and I'm like, oh shit, this was running at me. This fool's kicking me, I'm trying to pull him out the thing. He's not getting out, and I'm trying to punch through the window. I'm punching through the window, and this fool's running shit. So he's coming, and he's trying to tackle me, and I just double back, boop, boop, and he fucking flies right past me, bro. His momentum, the old man just falls on his face and skids on the ground in the parking lot type shit. And fucking, it's big ass commotion. The other dudes were coming trying to beat up the Homeboy and like all this crazy shit. But
Yeah, somebody came in with a bat.
oh yeah,
I
that's
was
right.
just sitting there cutting, and all this shit's going on outside, and I'm just sitting there doing a cut.
Who said that?
Trip, yeah.
Nah, Trip's been around for it. Trip was there too. I forgot about that. He saw
And
that shit.
I'm sitting there cutting, and the teacher comes and like, hey, you think you can get your friends? And I'm like, yeah, after this cut. She's like, no, like, I think they're fighting outside. I'm like, what? So I go out there and I see I'm catching the end of it, and they're trying to hold me back. I'm like, bro, do you want me to go get my friends, or what do you want me to do?
Yeah, it was a crazy little time, bro. Yeah, someone came out with a bat and
Hit the window.
yeah, they hit the car, the window to the car, but he didn't break the window, so it kind of looked. Everyone kind of started laughing, type shit, and I drove off real slow. It was but yeah, man, Hell Raisers was a
Trip.
If those walls could tell, those walls could talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trip, yeah. See, you came out with a bat. That's funny as hell. But they were good times, man. But shout out to Trip too, because he's been there since the jump with my guy. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys.
Trip, when you coming back, man? Quit bullshitting already.
Yeah.
You know where home's at?
But shout out to Trip, man. He's an ice cold barber too. There's a lot of these guys. They're cold with it. Came out, came up under my guy right here. But
I got a question for you real quick. Coming up, I always felt like you were one of like the OG Mexican barbers that were doing like black style haircuts. Do you remember anybody before you? And you could maybe speak on that too. Like, when did you maybe start getting like the fades and the ball fades and stuff like that? Like, who do you remember like that was maybe doing it before you?
As far as a barber?
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Gilbert and Company.
Art
for me.
Art from the Chop Shop. He was cutting hair before me. That's my dog right there. Yeah, he
But like doing fades and like tapers.
yeah,
and
from
stuff
tapers
like
and fades like that. Him and Brandon, Torres, Toby,
Toby, yeah, because he's from over there. Right?
Yeah, he's a versatile barber.
And I remember hearing that name.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that name.
Yeah, I definitely being a Mexican, being
Now,
able to cut the diverse hair, it came in handy a lot. You know what I mean? But I've had to also prove myself a lot. You know what I mean? When I was working in Greenspoint, man, they treated me bad over there. But yeah, I've always overcame that shit. Once they sit in my chair, they're always coming back.
Did you ever receive any? Well, you said in Greenspoint they gave you hell, but like, other than that, did you ever kind of ever receive any flack because of the type of barbering that you did? That's it is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys do a lot of designs.
Yeah,
and
when I was in
things.
Conroe, I had a little episode over there. I got one of the barber's cuts because he was busy, and the old man wanted a high and tight.
Yeah.
And coming from over here, we got the base right here. We know
Yeah.
what a real high and tight is. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him the cut, and he was like, "Man, this is exactly what I wanted. This is what I've been looking for." So I, exchanged numbers with the guy, and whatnot.
Stepped on that boy's toe.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So the owner comes, he's like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "Hey, you left a big old line in that man's head. We don't do that over here. You you need to slow down on your cuts and
shit.
take your time. I'm like, no, it's just how I cut. You know what I mean? Look how many people were waiting. You know what I mean? Like, you think they really want to wait here on a Saturday or you know what I mean? Or not? And he was like, no, I'm just saying, man, we don't do just take your time. Man, tell me what's up. You know what I mean? Tell me what it is. And he's like looking around. He's like, yeah, these guys are getting mad because you're cutting too fast. You're taking the clients. I said, bro, these guys are from here. I'm not from here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking whatever comes through that door.
Yes,
Whatever
sir.
comes and sits in my chair, that's what I'm taking. You know what I mean? Don't, it's not my fault. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to burn up a bag. I got a family to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids are still living with their mom and dad and good with a little $500 check a week or something. That's bullshit, right?
Yeah, for sure. Then that's crazy, yeah.
But yeah, they had got on to me because I was cutting too fast. You know, it's just like that don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's always hard when, like I was talking about earlier, that's always hard when you have to, work at another person's establishment rather than, you working at your own establishment. That's one thing that I always tell people. There's pros and there's cons, you know what I mean? But
I'm looking at my eye. I see Lupe. Choose wisely. What's up, man?
yeah.
Oh yeah, Henry Dix, most definitely. OG. Razor fade like a motherfucker.
Yeah, because in all honesty, before Raul started cutting, I was going to Robbie's. I was going to Robbie's on West Point. And I was going to All Black Barbershop, and Miss Helen was actually cutting my hair. Miss Helen cut my hair. My homeboy Javi, he actually introduced me to Miss Helen. Javi Herrera, homeboy Whispers, he introduced me to Miss Helen. I was going to her for, I don't even know how many years, couple years, since probably high school, like 19 to 24 maybe, or 18 to 24, some shit like that. But for a minute, and then once my dog started cutting up, then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go support my guy. So that's how it was. But I remember that to get a clean taper, or, you couldn't go to a regular barbershop. You had to go to All Black Barbershop, and sometimes it was like you had to know one of your homeboys. You know what I mean? That's how it was with me. It's like, well, what do can I just pop up at that barbershop? Like, I've never been there before. You know what I'm talking about? And my homie was just like, well, come with me. Actually, I think my homeboy Dirty took me there for the first time. I can't even remember, but a couple of my homeboys went there, and they would always pop up with tapers, and I was like, man, I want to get a taper, dog. Like, my fade don't look like that. My shit just doesn't look that player. I need to get something. So shit, that's how it was ended up turning out for me to start, getting my haircut that way, like you were talking about. But before that, I don't really remember a lot of Mexican barbers and stuff like that, at least getting down, in that way. There was a lot of
Couple on the
super
West
cuts
and
and Louis, and before there was all the barbershops that there is now.
there's
tons on every corner.
bro.
I feel like there's more barbershops than there is.
Car washes now.
Yeah, it's like car washes and barbershops and smoke shops, bro. It's like, damn. It's crazy. But y'all got any other questions for Goo, man? Yeah.
I grew up going to Marcelo. He was right there on Baldwin, right next to the old age.
Yeah, I was say a couple people on the West. There was a couple Mexican
Next to the
barbers on
old
the
age.
West that were getting down. Madrigals.
And Joe Haywood over there at Robbie's.
Yeah, Joe Haywood was there, Raul.
Yeah, shout out to Joe. I ain't seen him in a long time. He was cool as a fan, dog. He was cool as a fan, but
Did you ever do any back to school events?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I did a shoe show in my shop. That's where Laces Out started around that area.
I know we did the first laces. Out
Yeah,
there,
it was
right?
at my shop.
Like the next one was like immediately at the
House of
American
Rock
Bank
or
Center
something.
When Raul opens shops, he turns that hoe into a venue. He lets y'all throw anything, y'all. He let motherfuckers cook at the barbershop, throw shoe events at the barbershop, throw whole donation type events, fundraisers, all types of shit out his venues, dog. My guy shows mad love, bro. So y'all gotta look out for my guy when you see my guy out in the public. Shake his hand, give him his flowers, man, because this is a solid one right here. Well, shit, if y'all ain't got no more questions, I think that's gonna go ahead and conclude this episode of Trill Talk. We appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. 2 weeks, we got episode 3. Stay tuned to see who my guest is. I gotta lock that in. I gotta get a confirmation back, but we are gonna have episode 3, not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, excuse me. So we appreciate it, man. You know, we're here to kick the truth, speak the real, always keep it trill. My guy, Raul, I appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
It was a
sir.
good one.
Most definitely appreciate you, man.
Hope y'all are enjoying what y'all are checking out here on the Trill Talk podcast, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy Loud. We're going to come back and kick it in another 2 weeks. Y'all make sure that y'all follow everything, all the different podcasts that they got right here on the right-ass page. Y'all share this shit. Let's get my views up. Let's get these views up. Let's run them up. And we appreciate y'all. We're going to see y'all in 2 weeks, man. Chill.
Trill. I've been trying to get money, they ask Johnny where you been at. Ducked off in the hood, getting money where they spin at. Out here with it solo, cause my God is on parole. Southside got it still on swole, you know where that effing in at. But we won't get into that, cause these boys got quick lips. Hate on Fat Johnny in the Audi with the stick shift. Catch him in that red zone, hit him with that pick 6. This is Crooked Christian, small city, big business. Look, you gon' need a cosign, cause we definitely throw hands when it go down. Dion in his prime, showtime at the showdown. Ain't no gas in the cutter, but you getting mowed down. Smoking on this hybrid, this shit hit like Gohan. Then I pass it to my bad bitch. We chop it up, she slop it up like some man witch. Shit's pretty, you can paint them on a canvas, but I'ma bust on them like a motherfucking savage. Fat essay on a jet ski, they think I'm Cali. In your baby mama tub, eating chicken salad, trying to track my package. They telling me it's hitting Dallas, and they gonna pay a pretty penny once it hit the valley.